Hi, I'm Danielle with Godiva's Secret Wigs, and this video is going to teach you how to make your wig smaller if it's feeling a little bit big on you. So the first and easiest way to make your wig smaller is by simply turning it inside out, and you'll see there's two little adjustment straps, one on each side. They look like a little bra strap, and if your wig is feeling a little loose, all you have to do is hold the middle part and pull this bottom and make this part longer. You can do it on both sides, and you're making the wig circumference tighter. Now, if you found the perfect size so that it doesn't move at all, you can do a quick little sewing and just sew the elastic right to the wig, and this will keep that elastic from coming out and it'll keep the size perfect. Now, if you're wearing your wig and you feel there's a little bit of extra bunching in the back, there's another way you can make the wig, the actual wig cap, smaller, and I'm going to show you it right now. So first, we're inside out our wig like we just did, and while the wig's on your head, you want to feel in the back. So like, here's my wig on my head. I'm gonna feel and pinch back here and feel how much is like extra, and I'm gonna just pinch it and hold it, and I'm gonna take the wig off my head while I'm still pinching this, and then I'm gonna turn it inside out like this, and then put my fingers where my pinch is and open it up. And then I'm just going to count how many wefts are between my fingers. So between here and here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 wefts that are basically too much. But I always like to be on a little on the safe side, so I would take out 3 wefts to start, because you can always take more in the future. So right now I'm going to show you how to actually remove these wefts and sew the wig back together. So I'm putting my wig here on my canvas head. If you have a styrofoam head, that works great. If you have a knee, if you have a vase, anything you can kind of put it on, just so you can stretch the wig out and really see what you're doing. So like I had said, we're going to take out 3 wefts. So what that means is I want to find where the center of the wig is. So here's a V and here's a V. Then we go in, so we know this is the middle. So from this middle, I'm going to take out 3 wefts. I'm going to count down 1 weft, 2 wefts, 3 wefts, and I'm going to cut right after the third, being careful not to cut the hair, only cut this little centerpiece. And then I'm going to go over and I'm going to cut 2 wefts down. So here's 1 weft, 2 wefts, and again I'm going to make sure I don't cut the hair, cut straight across. And then here we're just going to cut down 1 weft. So here's the 1 weft. Cutting right there. Now the same thing on the other side. Here was my middle of 3. So over here I'm going to do 2. So I'm making a V basically. So here's 1 weft, 2 wefts, and I'm going to cut right after that. And then over here I'm going to have the 1 weft, and right after that. Now anywhere that I cut here, I'm also going to cut to detach it from the top. So here I'm going to just pull and I'm going to cut here, and I cut it right here, meaning so now I'm going to cut it here, and then over here I cut there, so I'm going to cut it here. So you're basically detaching it from the crown of the wig. So I cut here, I'm going to cut here, I cut there, I'm going to cut here. So now if you pull this, you're going to see it's still attached in some places. So I'm going to cut those attached places. So I'm going to pull this and I see, oh, it's attached here. So I'm going to cut it just here, not right on the side, but a little over. And then I'm going to pull again. Oh, it's still attached right here. So I'm going to cut that. And then again, oh, it's attached right here. So I'm going to cut that. And then same on the other side. I'm pulling and it's attached right here. And pulling, it's attached right here. And pulling right here is attached, so I'm going to cut that. So now I'm going to pull this out, and this in essence is what I took out. And you can see it's like a little V. So now that the hair is out, I'm going to just tuck this hair back in. I don't want to sew it. And then I'm just going to lay the wig nicely. I'm going to use a T-pin just so my wig stops moving around. So now what I'm going to do is sew this bottom part up to the top part. So normally you're going to want to use a thread that matches the color of the inside of the wig, but for this demo I'm doing a color that you can see. So I'm using my needle and thread, and I'm going to start on the farthest right side, and I'm going to put the needle through this thick piece and then up through the crown of the wig. I'm going to do the same thing a second time, and I'm going to make a knot. So here's this loop of thread. I'm going to put the needle through it, and that way I made a knot so it won't unravel. Now between these two is this middle weft, so I'm actually going to put the needle right in through the center of the weft and then up through the wig. Come on. Pull it. And then I'm going to go to this next thick piece and do the same thing, through it and up through the wig, and a second time. So on each thick piece I'm doing it a second time and I'm knotting it. And then at the weft I'm just going through the middle of the weft and up through the wig. And then if you'll notice, here's the center of the wig and here's this center, so I'm wanting them to match up. That's how I'm knowing I'm keeping the wig straight. You don't want a crooked wig. So again, up through there. And a second time. And again, knotting it because it was one of the thick pieces. And again through the center. Just doing the same thing each time. And this just really gives a nice clean finish to your wig that you've made smaller. And one more in the weft. And then here's this last one we cut, so I'm going to do same thing. And one more time. And then at the end, I'm just going to cut it. And double knot it like you would double knot your shoes. Just once. Twice. Cut that off. So here you can see I started here all the way to here, and I've just brought the wig up, therefore taking out some of that excess space right here. And I'll show you when I take the wig off. You can see it looks just perfect. So say your head was even smaller and you needed to take out more. You could do the same thing I just did, but instead in the middle, instead of going 3, you could go down 5 and then 4, 3, 2, 1. If you needed even more, you could flip it to the bottom and do the same thing, but as if this was your top, and take out 3, 2, 1. You could do it in the middle. You can really do it anywhere that you're feeling that you need to take out some of that bulkiness. And just remember, a little bulkiness in the back is totally fine. No one else is going to feel it or even know it exists. But if it's bothering you, this is the way to fix it and make your wig a little bit smaller. I hope that's helped you learn how to make your wig smaller. And we're also going to have a video on how to make a wig bigger, just so you know. Have a great day. Bye.